As the UK asks the wealthy to pay more tax to fund welfare and growth in the budget. Let's get the views of entrepreneur and charity donor John Caudwell joining the program next. Does it go far enough? Let's ask John Caudwell, who of course is an entrepreneur in his own right and a philanthropist as well, joining us right here on the balcony for our UK budget special. Thank you so much for your time and for joining us. Good morning. We heard there from a series of guests talking about this. The buzzword seems to be growth. Was this budget a step in the right direction? Did it go far enough?
There's a lot wrong in the budget, but let me be balanced about this. And I think it was the best budget that we could expect under the circumstances. If there was damage done, which there was, it was done in the last budget. And we are not pushing Britain's GDP growth anywhere near in the direction we need to do. So there's real problems within the budget. And I think moving money into the welfare, this is a difficult one, because if you've got a family that are on these credits for children, and they've got more children and they genuinely can't work, or we need to look after those kids and keep them out of poverty. But by the same token, there's potentially a real trap here where we finance people to stay at home, give them all these universal credits, and they're not really motivated to go to work. Now, the devil's in this detail. I don't know if they're going to find a way of driving people into work. But we've got 1 million young people between 20 and 30 out of work. That has to be solved. But we have to create jobs for them and motivation for the future, and that's where the inward investment comes in.
Isn't the best way to do it growth? This is what we're lacking here at the moment. Yes, the budget ticked all the boxes yesterday. Yes, it was maybe the budget that we all should have expected. But it wasn't a budget that is going to significantly change the economic trajectory of this country.
No, absolutely not.
How do we do that? You've run a business. Tell me.
It's relatively simple. First of all, we are where we are financially, so that gives us a difficult headwind. But we go out, we send 20 titans of industry all around the world, meeting businesses that might come to the UK, which have been previously not found by...
I thought businesses were leaving the UK at the moment.
Sorry?
I thought people were leaving the UK, not coming in.
Yes, but that's not businesses. That's not businesses leaving the UK, it's rich people. But to my point earlier, if rich people leave the UK, will rich people who want to bring a business to the UK come? We need to make everything business friendly, and the last budget was not business friendly or rich friendly. But we are where we are now. What we do now is we send 20 titans of industry out into businesses to research what do we need to do to get you to move your business into the UK. And corporation tax would definitely be one of those, but also a concierge service to make it easy to move to the UK, to reduce restrictions and bureaucracy. And if we do all of that and drive these people in really proactively, go and find them and negotiate with them to come in. And we create high-paid jobs, because they're all in the high technology spaces and environment, medicine, all those areas where there's a lot of money to be made. We can then pay higher salaries to people, and if those businesses achieve the number of employees that they forecast and the higher salaries, then they get a reduced corporation tax. That costs the government nothing, because we haven't got those businesses. And what we do is produce GDP growth for Britain. It's a simple formula. It's it's a hard task to do. That's why I use the expression titans of industry. People who would volunteer to go and do this job.
So that's advice, perhaps, if she's shaping the next budget. We'll see whether she's listening and whether we get any reflections.
That's not even a budget issue, though. I've been telling them they should do this for years.
Well, yes, and they could be doing it between budgets.
Any time. It's nothing to do with budget.
Now, you've been talking about growth, John. You've been outspoken on green growth in the past and the need to get more green growth in the UK. What do you make of that agenda in the UK right now, in particular the EV road pricing model?
I think it's all a bit of a muddle, to be honest, and it's all sending mixed messages, because what people will take away is that they've got to pay 3 pence a mile, I think it's from 2028, on their electric vehicle. Now, if you're going to go to a 3 pence a mile or a cost per mile, why not scrap road excise licence altogether and have every vehicle owner paying a pay-per-use on the mileage?
Maybe this is the start of that.
Well, maybe it is, but why not just do it? Be radical. What we need is radicalism that changes the UK for the better and that simplifies things and makes it a clear, simple formula. So the cost per mile on EVs could be a much lower level than the cost per mile on diesel engines
Yes.
and petrol engines, to drive the right behaviour and to just have one simple formula.
You're staying, right? You're not going anywhere.
I'm staying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stay here for very long because it's a bit cold.
You're
Fair
dressed
enough.
for the
And
London
on,
weather.
And on that note, what a perfect point. We will conclude the conversation. Lovely to see you, John. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, pleasure, thank you.